YouTubers, hi, I'm back with the 25 books of 2025, and Sophie Kinsella, Can You Keep a Secret? Yes, now I like Sophie Kinsella. This actually was the first one. Now her actual name is Madeline Wickham, however she became Sophie Kinsella. Now, interesting to you because Sophie Kinsella was the star of the Shopaholic series, so this can be considered the first ever proper standalone Sophie Kinsella book. Can You Keep a Secret? Now, it was turned into a film a couple of years ago, which is on Netflix. I didn't like the film. I'll get to it further along as I'm going along. Anyway, here we are. Right. Emma is like every girl in the world. She has a few little secrets. Secrets from her mother, secrets from her boyfriend, from her colleagues, secrets she wouldn't share with anyone in this world. Till she spills them all to a stranger on the plane. At least she thought he was a stranger. Right. So anyway, the film, very few memories of it because I blanked it out. Because my favourite part in the actual film was, so book was not in the film. But anyway, here you go. Opens up all from a first person narrative too. So, of course I have secrets. Of course I do. Everyone has a few secrets. It's completely normal. Sure to have more than anyone else. Like, my Kate Spade bag is a fake. I love sweet sherry, the least cool drink in the universe. I no idea what NATO stands for or what it is. I weigh 9 stone 3, not 8 stone 3, like my boyfriend Connor thinks. Though in my defence, I was planning to go on a diet when I told him, and to be fair, it's only one number different. Okay, honey, you're 9 stone, I think you're feeling enough. I always thought kind of looked a bit like Ken, as in Barbie and Ken. Right, that kind of thing. So, little secrets, little secrets. Okay? And she's flying overseas to Scotland because she works for a company called Panther, the Panther Corporation. And between the new cranberry flavoured partner, Panther Prime Sports Drink, and Glen Oil. So she's there for a partnership deal, and it goes absolutely tits up. She spills the drink, and here we are. The real truth is that it's the first deal I've ever done full stop. I've been at Panther Corporation for 11 months as a marketing assistant, and until now, all I've been allowed to do is type out copy, arrange meetings for people, get the soundies, and pick up my boss's dry cleaning. So, the ad for my job said possibility of promotion after a year, and on Monday I'm having my yearly appraisal with my boss Paul. I looked up appraisals in the staff introduction book, and it said it was an ideal opportunity to discuss possibilities for career advancement. So she's there because after a year it said possibility for promotion, possible. But Emma has it into her head this will get her a promotion. But anyway, the meeting goes tits up. Okay, the absolute meeting goes tits up, and the reason why she's doing it is not because Kate actually wants a promotion, which she does for the money, but she wants basically to one up her cousin Kerry, who after her aunt died came within with the family and basically taken over and become the golden child, the perfect daughter. Kay's an absolute bitch. This is one of the first introductions, okay, of the bitch characters appearing a lot in Sophie Kinsella books because there's always a bitch character and it's Kerry. Kerry is the bitch. She's a one up. She runs her own travel firm and she's winning awards, that kind of stuff. And she's actually just a god awful human being. So she totally screws up the meeting. She goes back. She actually gets a bump up to a better class. Okay, it's a short plane ride. Okay, while she's in Scotland. However, the man she's sitting next to, turbulence. Everything goes tits up, and she starts spilling all her secrets. I mean everything, right? And also, okay, how much she also hates Kerry. Here you go, right? She's a swimming champion and an everything champion, and I was just nothing in comparison. That's Kerry. Photography course, and I honestly thought it was going to change my life. Right. I applied for every single job in the world. I was desperate. I even applied to her cousin Kerry. Or for a girl called Artemis. This new desk arrived the other day, and she just took it, even though I've got this really grotty little desk. Right. Sweet girl Katie works in personnel with a secret code where she comes in and says, "I'll go for you some numbers with you, Emma. Have anything, she'll win it to Starbucks." Right. She totally spills a secret, and it turns out that the new guy is her boss. Her boss. And when it comes, okay, to Emma's home life, okay, one thing I loved about this is it makes it clear how she feels. She is pushed out by her entire family due to Kerry. Like, Kerry is such an arsehole. No one sees it apart from Emma. That's the most saddest thing. Well, actually, no. Emma's grandfather sees it and is always very kind of sweet and supportive, right? But this bit here. They're more like mother and daughter than aunt and niece. They both got the same feather cut hair, although Kerry is highlighted more stronger than mum's. They're both wearing brightly coloured tops which show a lot of tan cleavage and both laughing. On the counter, I noticed there's a bottle of white wine already half gone. The fact is, it didn't even open. And the fact is that Kay is such an arsehole. She actually upstages Emma's birthday present to her mother, which was a spa day. So now Kerry is now organised a total spa weekend in a 5-star hotel in Paris, which is that level of an arsehole. Absolutely hated Kerry, and I couldn't wait for her to get her comeuppance, which inevitably happens. Right? But this is how awful Kerry is as a human being. Right? It's been here. Yeah, right. Kay really wanted to help me. It's just when I was so completely desperate for a job and asked her for work experience at a company. She said no. Wrote her this long, careful letter saying I realised it put in an awkward situation, but really appreciate any chance, even a couple of days, running errands. He sent back a standard rejection letter. I was so totally mortified. I never told anyone, especially not mum and dad. But our parents basically glorify Kerry. They basically worship the ground she walks on, saying, "Oh, you should listen to Kerry, Emma. She's so great at her career. She's got the walking mode. She plays golf with all the executive people. You should be just like her." Just not realising what a total arsehole Kerry absolutely is. Absolutely. But the thing is, though, when Emma turns up at work, okay, and one thing I absolutely love is little things, okay, that Emma does, and I'll actually consider it the norm. Now, it's a big deal, okay, to Emma that she buys her clothes in Oxfam. Right, this bit here, right. Well, not entirely French Connection. To be honest, I bought it at Oxfam, but the label says French Connection. While I'm still paying off Dad, I don't have much choice about where I shop. I mean, a new top from French Connection costs 50 quid. This one costs £7.50 and it's practically new. Now, that's the thing now, Ken, that more people are actually doing is actually buying second-hand fashion. I mean, I buy all my books in charity shops. It's very, very rare I actually will buy a book in a physical shop because I get mine from charity. Unless I'm going to a book signing, I buy my books in charity shops because, hey, it's less waste. I'm supporting a charity and I get a book out of it. This book was bought in a charity shop. So those things that actually Emma does are now considered the norm. Loads of people now go, okay, to special like charities or organisations for clothes for work. Here you go, just little things. So essentially, Sophie Kinsella was ahead of the game at various points. So when Jack turns up, Jack who actually runs Panther, okay, but ever since his partner passed away, his partner in business passed away, and the fact is, Emma, I'll be truly honest. One thing I actually likes about her is that she isn't so goddamn entitled. Now, first of all, she is shit at her job. She is terrible at her job. The fact is, okay, she sneaks away to get Starbucks with a colleague. She faffs around all day. She has no idea what she's really, really doing. The only thing she actually does for organisation is when she finds out, okay, a bar is being discontinued, okay, is put an ad into a magazine so that everyone can get out a discount so her grandfather can stock up because they're easy to eat, okay, for a chocolate bar. Right. And this bit here. Right. It said, in the ad for the job, I pulled a crumpled ad out of my jeans pocket where it's been yesterday. Now, essentially, jeans pocket. She's wearing jeans to work. I mean, first of all, some jobs actually quite don't really care about that kind of stuff. But okay, you're wearing jeans to work. I'm like, you can wear jeans to work. Oh, they twill. Now, twill fabric is not jean, by the way. It's different. Okay. I put out the crumpled ad out of my jeans pocket where it's been since yesterday. Possible promotion after a year. I pushed it across the desk and he looks at it with a frown. Emma, that's only for exceptional candidates. You're not ready for a promotion. You have to prove yourself first. I'm doing everything as well as I can if you just give me a chance. For the chance to Glen Oil, Paul raises his eyebrows at me. Emma, bottom line is not ready for a high promotion. We'll see in a year. But she actually wants a promotion because she wants to basically one up her family. Doesn't really care about the promotion. So it's like she's so shit at her job to the point, okay, at one point, to spice things up with Connor, who's a boyfriend who's really boring into jazz music, and she's not. She lied, okay, that she is. She has sex at work. She's so unprofessional. She's so unprofessional. However, okay, she meets Jack. So I said Jake, it's actually Jack, who becomes interested in her in a way, okay, even though nothing actually happens. When she's with Jack, okay, Jack Harper, the creator, okay, of Panther, who is interested in her opinions, interested in her, and actually starts talking to her, and he's like, don't tell anyone I was in Scotland, and just, but I want to get to know you, kind of thing. So it's weird, okay, because in a way, she is emotionally cheating on her boyfriend Connor, who actually is sweet, and it's done nothing to deserve this. But in the end, she actually breaks out with Connor, okay, and goes out with Jack. And it's interesting too because even though we don't really know Jack, even though he is the creator of Panther Cola, and even though um little things as she was spilling all her secrets, as she was spilling everything, when she gets dressed up for a nice dinner in Mayfair, she gets to the restaurant and Jack has chosen all her food. So when he even says to her, right, here you go, here you go. I chosen a very special milk that I think you'd like. I pre-ordered just for you. Oh gosh, how wonderful. Especially pre-ordered meal for me. Wow, that's incredible. Right. Except choosing your own food is half the fun, isn't it? It's almost my favourite bit. So the date is a total disaster. First of all, Jack's on his phone most of the time. He gets distracted, right? So he's on his phone. And the fact is, okay, he's chosen all the food, but the thing is, that's the whole point. I mean, there's things, okay, it's a total red flag. It's a total red flag. And the fact is, okay, Emma's just broken up with Connor, who she was going to move in with, and yet, okay, she's practically jumping, if you will, okay, on Jack. Right, it's a total sea of red flags for both of them. Right. And when she's drinking champagne, but she's like, oh, people drinking cocktails may have wanted to try that. I absolutely wanted to try that. Yeah, but they agree to actually give it a try. Actually give it a try to kind of sort out their relationship and actually start again from scratch and just try to build this. Interesting too, because the fact is that in a relationship you actually get to know each other's secrets. Fact is, Jack's got every single one of them, and it's like, okay, he's planned his life according to what he thinks that she wants. But the fact is, Emma's quite a changeable person, which is a good thing. So, but the fact is, okay, it's just this relationship is a sea of red flags, which I actually thought was quite refreshing. Sorry, here you go. And then, however, there's a corporate away day, and obviously, as it was staying in hotels, Emma thinks this is the moment. Okay, she's actually going to hook up with Jack. Absolutely the moment. However, her family show up. Now, I'm going back to the film. This is the reason I hate the film. Is when Emma's family show up. Now, Emma did not tell her family that this event was going on. She kept it totally secret. However, Artemis told the family, okay, when they called. So the family show up at this corporate away. They're actually dressed up, even though, okay, only the people actually doing the actual events, okay, the actual corporate people, they're the ones dressed up. It's supposed to be a fun family day kind of thing. And they show up. And of course, okay, is Kerry, the bitch, is so dismissive, okay, when Jack shows up. He's like, who are you? What are you doing here? How do you know my cousin? Okay. And everyone that basically is glorifying Kerry. Absolutely glorifying. Right. And this Kerry says this. You want some free career advice, Jack? Right. You want to listen to Kerry, put in Dad. She's our star. She has her own company. Is that so? Said that politely. My own travel agency. Started from scratch. Now I have 40 staff and turn over just over 2 million. And know what my secret is? I play golf. Because golf is about networking. And then Jack has to leave, okay, to take a phone call. And when he comes back, so Emma's like, that's Jack Harper. He doesn't need your advice. He's the owner of Panther Cola, the company that I work for. He's a multi-millionaire. Right. And then when Jack returns, Kerry is turning on all the charm, being all sweetness and light. Kerry's like the multi-millionaire kind of thing. And Jack, to his full respect, is absolutely having none of it. He actually speaks up for Emma in a way that no one has. I found this is my best part. This is my favourite part of the entire book. Here you go. Right. And Kerry's giving it, oh, Jack, or maybe you and I can go play a couple of rounds of golf together and get to chat and network. Here you go. And this bit here. And, oh, right. Oh, we can be closer. Can we, Ems? No. Oh, so I guess it must have been a pretty tough decision for you when you had to turn Emma down. You two being so close and all. Turn her down. Kerry gave a tinkling laugh. I don't know if you... The time she applied for work experience in your firm, Kerry, and you turned her down, said Jack pleasantly. Right. I don't know what you're talking about, said Kerry, getting a little pink. think I have this right. She asked off to work for no money, but you said no. But of course, fortunate for us at the Panther Corporation, we're very glad Emma didn't make a career in the travel industry. So I guess I have to thank you, Kerry. As one business owner to another, he smiles at her. You did us a big favour. Kerry, is this true? Bit cheeky of Emma to ask, said Nev, that's Kerry's husband, taking a huge bite of pork pie. You the family connections. That's what you said, wasn't it, Kerry? Cheeky, we lent you the money to start the company. We wouldn't have a company without this family. And the fact is, Emma stands up for herself, has it out with Kerry, basically calls her an absolute bitch, okay? Here we are. You knew exactly what you were doing. You knew how desperate I was. Ever since you arrived in this family, you've been just trying to squish me down. You teased me about my crap career. You boast about yourself. Well, I spent my entire life being small and stupid. Well, fine, you and Kerry. You're the star, and I'm not. You're a success, and I'm a failure. But don't pretend you're my best friend, okay? Because you're not, and you never will be. And it totally changed. Finally, Emma Stanley realises what a god awful person, what a bitch she's been to Kerry. So you've been to Emma for all this time. What an absolute cow Kerry is. And they totally kind of like start cutting her off and distance themselves from her, because I totally realised, okay, how they essentially, oh, poor Kerry lost her mother, her father lives in Hong Kong, we've got to take care of her, and I've pushed her own daughter out. You know what, the way I see it though, the resolution is glossed over too quickly. That is my favourite part of this book, and it was not in the film. In fact, the film opens with Laverne Cox, who I adore by the way. Laverne Cox open up saying, since the corporate away day, this stuff has happened in the company, making it clear to us, the audience, of the Netflix film, that it's not going to happen, because it's already basically happened past tense. And that annoyed me, because that is the best part of this book. The only time I've been so pissed off watching a film, after reading a book, was Lord of the Rings. Because my favourite bit in the Lord of the Rings entire trilogy is Merry and Pippin in the House of Healing, and it's not in the film. So that, yeah, that's the only two times I've been pissed off that a film bit in a book did not go into a film. That was Lord of the Rings, the other one was this. Right. However, in the end, Emma finally hooks up with Jack, and it's absolutely marvellous. And you think, okay, she just got out of a relationship with Connor, and she's straight into one, okay, with Jack, but she's absolutely in love. Absolutely, okay. I'm in love. I, Emma Corrigan, am in love. For the first time in my entire life, I'm totally 100% in love. I spent all night with Jack at the Panther Mansion. I woke up in his arms. We had sex about 95 times, and that was just perfect. And some of my tricks didn't even come into it, which was a bit of a relief. So, because actually Jack cares about aftercare, that's fine. But now, okay, they've got a secret relationship. Remember, first of all, this can be considered a total abuse of power, because Jack is the boss and she's his employee. Yes, exactly. So, and also, it comes to the fact is they've been so interested in her opinion, is Emma has totally fallen in love. However, it also turns out that Jack is also there for marketing. Right, they're actually going to launch now. The Panther Corporation, including Panther Cola, by the way, as something they produce, and Panther bars and everything else, is a brand aimed towards masculine. Okay, it's a masculine brand. Okay, now the thing is, now they're kind of branching out into a more female-dominated sphere. Now, a really good example of this is, funny enough, Coke Zero. Right now, Diet Coke and Coke Zero are very, very similar drinks. Okay, and don't taste all the same, by the way. They don't taste the same, by the way. However, you have Diet Coke and you have Coke Zero, which, however, calorie-wise is virtually identical. And the reason is this, is that Diet Coke, if you look at the advertisements, is aimed towards women. It's even the packaging. It's light, it's airy, it's wide. They have the Diet Coke break adverts. Diet Coke break, Diet Coke break. That's the thing, right? It's a drink aimed towards women, right? That's the brand. That's the branding. You have Coke Zero. Coke Zero, darker packaging, adverts more masculine. They're kind of moving a bit more gender neutral now. The packaging is aimed, it's gone red. That was known in the UK's bloke Coke. That was a drink, even though it's virtually the same as Diet Coke, aimed towards men who are more calorie conscious. It was known in the UK as bloke Coke, and in a way it still is. I still consider Coke Zero as bloke Coke. I like Coke Zero incidentally. Coke Zero with cherry is fantastic. However, it's bloke Coke. if you will. Now, Panther, so reversal of this, is a male, very kind of masculine space, but now moving into the female market. And it turns out, okay, that when Jack is having an interview about creating advertisements, okay, to advertising towards women, okay, it's soft drinks, a clothing, a fragrance, a strong creative vision for the girl on the street. And the girl on the street is described as, right, she's 20 something, she works in an office, takes a tube at work, goes out in the evenings and comes home on the night bus. It's an ordinary, nothing special girl. However, the research, okay, is so good that she scans the backs of hardback books and pretends she reads them. She reads 15 horoscopes every day and chooses the one she likes best. Right, she adores sweet sherry. She dips her flake into her coffee, which Emma is doing at that moment. And Emma is rumbled as dating Jack. Absolutely. She's rumbled as dating him. And it all comes out. And she's humiliated because, first of all, she's fallen in love with this guy, even though it's a total sea of red flags. However, she thinks that he's been using her for market research. She's absolutely humiliated. Absolutely humiliated. And there's a little subplot going on, okay, with the reason why Jack was in Scotland was that his business partner had a child, and it's the whole kind of keeping his child secret, okay, because the mother doesn't want this child out in the public sphere, right, and this child's existence has got to be kept a secret until the child is actually old enough to make their own mind. That was Jack's big secret. Here you go. That's the absolute reason. But of course, getting all this, so going back, right, which that's easily sorted because Jack actually thinks he's been rumbled by the press, and actually Emma's odious, well, actually one's odious, one isn't, flatmates. But anyway, but in the end, though, the most important thing is that Emma actually makes it out with her parents, who are actually going to buy her a car and forget about the loan she actually owes them, okay? And here we go. Forget the money, said Dad, a sudden edge to his voice. I want you to forget all about it, Emma. You don't owe us anything, nothing at all. And basically saying that you don't owe us anything and we're going to actually step up and actually be parents. Here we are. But the thing is, your mother and I, both of us, what we're saying, Emma, is that I'm sure we all are wishes to say. And it's like, well, just tell your daughter that you love her. And actually, okay, the family start to rebuild their relationship. Actually did quite like that. Absolutely. One thing I also liked about Emma, though, as a character, is that she really started to stand up for herself. Now, the thing is this. She told all these lies because essentially, in a way, she wanted people to like her. She wanted to be accepted. I think because Kerry pushing her out of her family all these years earlier and made her so insecure in herself, she actually wants to be liked. But she kind of gets to the point where she actually starts to speak up for herself and think more independently. Now, she essentially did everything in her power to get promotion to one up, okay? One up a family, one up Kerry. But in the end, right, it's when after the adverts, okay, that they put in the Bowling Monthly for reduced panther bars, when a colleague tried to take credit for that, here you go, here we are, is when Paul tries to take the credit, is like, she speaks up in a meeting, goes, don't patronise me, it wasn't teamwork, it was totally my idea, I put it in for my grandpa, right. You said you were going to Axe Panther bars, so I thought I'd give him and his friends some money off so they could stock up. I tried to tell you at the big meeting, and my grandfather loves Panther bars, and so do his friends. And if you ask me, you should be marketing Panther bars at them, not teenagers. Right? And when they're giving it, maybe it's the great power shifting demographics. It's like, no, darling. The reason why, Katie, old people like Panther bars is that they don't pull out the false teeth. Okay? And it turns out, okay, that Emma straight away is, can I have a promotion? You said a promotion. If I created my own opportunities, I could have a promotion, and that's what you said. Is this me creating my own opportunities? You know, Emma Corrigan, he said at last, you are one of the most surprising people I've ever known. Is that a yes? He's like, oh yeah, fine. You can have a promotion. You can have one. So she gets back with Jack, and it's all absolutely happy. She's living with him, living her best life with Panther, and got a best relationship, okay, with her family, okay. And last night when Jack said, what are you thinking about? And I said, oh, nothing. That wasn't quite true. Like, pan the names of our children. But the thing is, it's completely normal to have the odd little secret from your boyfriend. Everyone knows that. So life turns out good. And the thing is that this though is, remember, Jack is her employee, by the way. Jack is her employee, so it's a massive red flag that. And I think, okay, the entire relationship is also quite red flaggish. But, however, as a sign of the author that Sophie Kinsella will later become, when but further shopaholic novels with Can You Keep a Secret and that kind of thing, it's a sign of the characters that she will create. And to be honest, as a first ever standalone Sophie Kinsella, I did enjoy it. It's kind of quite red flaggish in ways, but I couldn't hate it because I generally did like Emma. She's flawed as anything. She's crap at her job. However, she does have the gift of the gab when she wrangles her promotion by actually thinking outside the box as what they wanted in the first place. So, however, I still hate the film. I'm going to die on that hill. Anyway, Sophie Kinsella's Can You Keep a Secret? Yeah, I do recommend it. If you've never read it before or read any of her early work, I'm signing off here.